What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Fantasy Football Game Show presented by Front Yard Fantasy. I'm here. I guess first I'm your host, Simon, here, as always, with my co-host, John Luke. We've got two more of the FYF squad here with Tim, our Fun Friday guest, and then G-Men Jay. And as you can tell, we are joined by a very special guest today, the real Jeff, a.k.a. for whom Jay Bell tolls on Twitter. You've seen him in the chat. You've probably seen him on Twitter. But Jeff puts out awesome content. He does Debbie content over at Fantasy Pros and Going for Two with Jay over there. And then also as a co-owner at Join Our Circle. If you don't follow him yet, you got to make sure to. He's only got one flaw, and that's being an Ohio State fan. But besides that, he's just about perfect. How's it going, Jeff?
Very good. I'm so excited to be here. I'm thrilled that you guys could have me on, and I'm very excited about our upcoming topics. So thank you very much, Simon.
Absolutely. Jeff alluded to it. We've got two great topics today. We're doing two brackets. The best Dynasty RB, to follow up on our tiers yesterday. There was some good conversation. I wanted to keep it going. Decide via science once and for all who the number one Dynasty running back is. And then the second bracket is the best Disney princess movie, which is honestly, Jeff, that's why you're on today. You are the Disney princess expert. We had to get
Hey now, I've got a daughter, and I've got a very strong opinion when it comes to Disney princesses. Thank you very much.
Well, you can be like second in line, I guess, but Jeff is the expert.
I'm used to that.
There we go. Outdone. I've got no daughters, and I've watched way too many Disney princess movies. So
over too many Disney princess movies.
You might have some floating out there that you don't know about.
I really hope not. My uncle had a kid show up on his.
Mom is watching. Watch
Hi, Mom. Welcome in.
No, I'm just playing, Mom. I'm sorry.
It's funny that she spelled her last name like that on there. That is incorrectly, but that is how most people pronounce it. Whenever they look at my name, they say Groneveld or Grenevald. But what's going on, Rick? We're glad to have you back today. And what's up, Kev? Bird up.
Kev.
Uh-oh.
Other Jeff.
Other Jeff is in the chat.
Here we go.
So that means we need to call Jeff Josh the whole time, right?
What up, PCW?
My brother's name's Josh, so that's ironic.
What's happening? We got a Jeffception going on.
Tim, I'm glad you're here today. So I'm usually just surrounded by J names. It's usually just me and a bunch of J's.
Well, we have to call him Jim now. Jimothy.
Jim.
I have an Uncle Jim, so not far off.
Jeff kept saying hi to you. And Anthony says, if y'all disrespect Frozen, I will unsubscribe.
Thank you.
That's what they all say. That's what they all say every time we play brackets.
Brackets are about matchups, you know?
Yeah. And then Josh said, how can I miss the princesses? No, do you know how many threats of unsubscription we've gotten during brackets? Probably hundreds. Just people coming
Probably a few hundred for me, to be honest with you.
Yeah, Jay, you've probably said it 10, 20 times. But we've got two full brackets to get through, so we are going to get started right away on our very first bracket, which is the best Dynasty running back. I narrowed it down. I used the top 8 on Fantasy Pros. So we've got Christian McCaffrey, Saquon Barkley, Dalvin Cook, Alvin Kamara, Jonathan Taylor, Nick Chubb, Derrick Henry, and DeAndre Swift. I might have said some of them twice because I tried to go in number order and got lost looking at the bracket. But those are the top 8 Dynasty running backs according to Fantasy Pros, and we're going to determine once and for all via the science of brackets who's going to come out as the number one Dynasty running back. Rick said, we don't claim Anthony, just to make it clear. Over at Roto Heat. So I guess Rick is not a Frozen fan. And Rick, just so you know, this bracket was also suggested by another Roto Heat member, Jay Wall. Jay Wall put in our YouTube comments, you got to do a Disney princess bracket. So shout out to Jay Wall. That's why we are doing this bracket today. Okay, I'm going to move the order around. We got to put our Tim, sorry, you're going to go right there. Jeff, you're going first. How do you feel about that?
Fantastic. I'm ready to go.
Fantastic. Let's get started with our first matchup. We've got Christian McCaffrey versus DeAndre Swift. Jeff, out of these two options, who is the best Dynasty running back?
Yeah, it's Christian McCaffrey. I think this is Duke playing with some directional Carolina school, and they advance 85-14. So it's just an easy win.
It could be Duke playing Lehigh in the first round of the NCAA.
Well, not anymore though, because Duke's bad. But it is what
all right, guys, this was fun. I'm out of here.
Or it could be Duke playing Mercer in the first round of the NCAA tournament. Jay.
There goes Jay.
Sorry, I got to keep my Duke. Are you a Duke fan as well, Jeff?
No, I'm not. I'm a Buckeye.
I was about to say we can't
all
have
bad teams.
We can't have two Duke fans in here. John Luke, are you agreeing? Are you agreeing with Jeff here? Or are you going with the hot take that Swift is the better dynasty running back?
Wait, you put the number on McCaffrey?
McCaffrey. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm saying McCaffrey's better.
Tim?
Yeah.
I know you like to go contrarian, but that's probably too contrarian for you.
Yeah.
Jay, are you agreeing?
It's closer than you would think from a dynasty perspective, but I can't go Swift. Being in Detroit, I can't go Swift over CMC.
Yeah, I agree. I think 5-0 is almost disrespectful to the value that Swift has, but going up against CMC, it's got to be a sweep. Christian McCaffrey advances to the semifinals. Up next, this one might be a little closer. We've got Alvin Kamara versus Jonathan Taylor. And just so everyone knows with the seeding, I went in order of the Fantasy Pros Dynasty expert consensus rankings. So that is where the seeding came from. JL, you're going first on this one. Is it Alvin Kamara or is it Jonathan Taylor for you?
Oh God, this one sucks. It's Alvin Kamara. I know everyone's gonna hate that, but I haven't seen enough of Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, I mean, I know some people have him as the RB1 overall in Dynasty, but we've seen quite a bit from Kamara already. Tim, are you agreeing with JL or are you going JT?
Nah, I've loved JT since he was in Wisconsin. I mean, people always say he hasn't. You don't show all your stuff in college, but that dude, he's a monster. I don't know where Alvin Kamara is going to be next year. I'll take Jonathan Taylor. Let's go.
Jonathan Taylor, 1-1. Jay, what about you?
JT for me, it's not particularly close. There's a lot of question marks with Kamara. Indianapolis has a fantastic offensive line. I think they're going to be a better offense with Wentz. I'm going JT.
Yeah, it's unbelievably close for me. I think Kamara is honestly probably my number 3 dynasty running back, but I'm going to have to go JT. It's 3-1. Jeff, are you piling it on with JT, or are you going to go with Alvin Kamara with JL?
I think this is one of those matchups where it's March Madness and we're all excited and we always talk about the 5-12s. And this is when you get a good 12 seed, but they play a 5 seed that is misseeded, and Jonathan Taylor is going to advance easily. So Jonathan Taylor.
4-1. JT advances, setting up a JT Christian McCaffrey semifinal matchup.
That's going to be a good one.
Whew. Next up, we've got Dalvin Cook and Nick Chubb. Tim, you are going first on this one.
I am 100% biased because I picked up Dalvin Cook really early in one of my dynasty leagues, so I'm going to ride that until the wheels fall off.
Tim going with Dalvin Cook. Jay, what about you?
I'm going to go Nick Chubb. It's tough, but Dalvin Cooks can't stay healthy. Nick Chubb, like we've said many times, is one of the best pure runners in the entire league. I think having Kareem Hunt that can spell him helps his long-term outlook because he won't have as many carries. So I'm going to go Chubb in this situation.
Yeah, I'm also going to go Nick Chubb. Like Jay said, I think he's arguably the best pure runner in the NFL. I'm not saying for sure, but you could make the argument for Nick Chubb. And I do have concerns about Dalvin's health. And I'm not concerned about Kareem Hunt eating into his workload or affecting its value. It's Chubb for me. Jeff, what about you? Dalvin Cook or Nick Chubb? Who's the better dynasty running back asset?
I feel bad because I'm just going all chalk, but they're the same age. They're a couple of months difference, and I think we've just seen production-wise, it's Dalvin Cook.
Dalvin Cook, 2-2. This is our first tie. JL, you are the tiebreaker. Who is advancing, Dalvin Cook or Nick
Somehow
Chubb?
It always comes down to JL. I don't know how this works out, but it generally always comes down to JL.
Anthony says Cook greater than Chubb for sure.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Anthony on this one. I think it's Dalvin Cook over Nick Chubb.
Ooh. Dalvin Cook advances 3-2. Nick Chubb knocked out. Dalvin Cook advances to the semifinals. And in this next one, we've got the 7 seed versus the 2 seed. Derrick Henry versus Saquon Barkley. Jay, you are up first on this one.
Do you even have to ask?
G-Man Jay. We can go ahead and put the vote for Saquon. Yeah, I got you. I'm also going with Saquon. I think people are criminally undervaluing him after he missed a year. I think he's still one of the best running backs in the NFL, and people are forgetting because he was injured. I'm going Saquon Barkley. Jeff?
Saquon should have been the 4 seed, I think, but maybe the 3 seed, but I'm going to go with Saquon. So,
yeah, I can agree with you there. I try to objectively set the rankings based on an outside source, but it took a lot of willpower not to shift them around a little bit.
Based on an outside subjective source.
Right. So it's not my subjectivity.
Yeah.
I don't want to rig the brackets. John Luke, what are you putting here?
Come on.
Saquon Barkley.
You taking
Tim,
your
are you-
shirt off, JL? You teasing us over there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you
This is how I
finishing
do
this-
it. It takes me like 15 minutes to get my shirt off.
I'll throw one to Derrick Henry. He's a monster. Saquon's fantastic. You know, knee injuries, you never know. Yeah, it's more of a respect vote. But again, knee injuries, you never really know how they're going to bounce back. So we'll see.
Fair enough. We've got Dalvin Cook and Saquon Barkley playing in the other semifinals. Derrick Henry with a pity vote. And Josh says he forgot all about Saquon Barkley. Yeah, I think a lot of people, they're putting together their running back rankings. And they're like, oh shit, Saquon. And then all of a sudden you
Who's
just see
this
him
guy?
turn in there at like 8 or 9. What's up, Sully?
What
Says
up,
late
Sully?
joining. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Taylor, I'm just here to harass Jeff.
Me too, Taylor. Me too.
Somebody else is Taylor too. Join the
Who
club.
didn't he come in the other day and say, I'm just here to harass blank as well?
Oh,
Who did we
yeah.
have on that? Was it Rick?
Rick. It was Rick.
He said, I'm just here to harass.
JL,
I like the energy, Taylor.
And Rick said, Taylor, why are you the way you are? And when are you coming on so we can all pay you back? And Taylor's the resident. He just likes to harass our guests. We need one or two of those.
Yeah.
Our first before we get into the semifinals, guys, I want to remind you, if you enjoy our brackets, you want to see some of our other takes, you want to yell at us about New Girl Over the Office, you can find all of our videos on our YouTube channel at Front Yard Fantasy and on our Twitch channel, also at Front Yard Fantasy. If you subscribe over there, it's super helpful to us, and you'll never miss another live stream again, live every day at 3 p.m. But now we are on to our first semifinal match, and I have a feeling this one is going to be contested. It's Christian McCaffrey versus Jonathan Taylor. This one's tough for me. JT's the new hotness. I've seen him as the RB1 for tons of people's dynasty rankings, but I haven't seen enough yet to put him over Christian McCaffrey. I'm gonna have to go CMC on this one. Jeff, are you going CMC or Jonathan Taylor?
I'm going to go Jonathan Taylor. I want an upset, so I'm going to vote for Jonathan Taylor. I'm going to give a shout out to Jacob, RTDB, and on Twitter, I'm going to go with Jonathan Taylor.
He's been on the show.
He has been on the show. He played some Family Feud with us, or Fantasy Feud.
That's what you can call it.
What, Fantasy Feud?
Yeah, that day was crazy.
Yeah, that day was a bit of a. We had a full house, and then the game board was broken, but it was still a fun show. JL, are you going JT or Christian McCaffrey here?
Give me CMC.
CMC 2-1. Tim, are you going CMC or JT?
Jonathan Taylor. Let's just do it. Let's see what you got,
Let's
G-Man
do
J.
Jay, you complained about it always coming up to JL for the tie, or was that Tim? But now you get to decide who's advancing, CMC or is Jonathan Taylor pulling off the upset as the #1 dynasty running back?
If this were a redraft, it would be a different story. But if I am on the clock and I have a choice of these two guys, give me JT.
Whew, Christian McCaffrey knocked
Okay,
out
all right.
in the
Yeah,
let's
semifinals.
go.
March Madness. Let's go.
Whew. Jonathan Taylor advancing past Christian McCaffrey to the finals. Big upset. That's the Duke Mercer upset right there. I can't compare Jonathan Taylor to Mercer, actually. That's disrespectful. Every time I say that, Jay leaves. The other semifinal, we've got Dalvin Cook versus Saquon Barkley. What's up, Z2? Came in late. What's up, boys?
What up, Z2?
Nothing much. Just doing some brackets. No one started yelling yet, but I'm sure we're getting there.
You talk about
I'm
Duke
saving it
upsets a
up.
few more times, I might start yelling.
Josh says, do it, Front Yard fam. Call the upset. I know Josh has JT as his #1 running back, I believe. Yeah, I see what you did there. Fake Jeff. Real Jeff, you got the first vote on this one. Is it Dalvin Cook or is it Saquon Barkley for you?
Well, I think we know where two of these votes are going to go. So if you ever watch Big Brother, and sometimes people throw votes out just to make things fun, I'm going to vote for Dalvin Cook.
You just won the
Hell
way to
yeah.
Simon's heart.
You did.
Me too.
Big Brother.
Me and Tim love Big Brother.
That's such a great show.
Love Big
It's
Brother.
incredible. I was going to go to an audition in San Antonio right whenever the pandemic hit. So they canceled all auditions and did All Stars instead, which I guess it was still a decent season, but I was really disappointed. I was hyped. This was my
Keep the
year.
dream alive, Simon. You can still do it.
Oh, I'm going to do it. It's on my bucket list. If I don't win Big Brother before I die, it was a failure no matter what else I accomplished.
I'd love to hear it.
It's fair.
I mean, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Nobody's
Nobody's arguing.
JL, are you going Dalvin Cook or Saquon Barkley?
Saquon Barkley.
Saquon Barkley. Josh says that's spicy, but I like it. Talking about Jeff. Sully says Cook, please. He prefers Cook over Saquon. Tim, are you going Dalvin Cook or Saquon Barkley?
So again, when you talk like pure runners, I remember watching Dalvin Cook absolutely obliterate Clemson at home when we were at that game. I remember watching the turf sprint up underneath his feet. That man is a monster. Saquon Barkley is also an absolute monster. Cannot deny that. But I prefer a 3 seed. So Dalvin.
Okay, it's 2-1.
What game was that, Tim?
That was the game we got rocked by Florida State.
Was that the one where we tried?
Freshman year?
Or I think it was sophomore year. Florida State was number
Jameis
2.
still there.
We were number 3. We had Taj Boyd. They were like, it was a night game. What was it? Game day was there, and we got so hyped. Everyone was like trying to they were trying to set the crowd noise record. Like they had all these people there. And then Taj Boyd fumbles on the first play of the game backwards. He scored a touchdown.
Oh
the final score ends up being like 52-14 or something ridiculous.
I hated that. Now I remember.
Cole Stout came in the fourth quarter and scored a touchdown. It was
we were hyped about it.
That's back when you guys were still Clemsoning.
Yeah,
that
was back when
that doesn't count though. That one doesn't count.
That was a ranked opponent.
Street was still hated us.
Georgia Tech
secretly.
to be Clemsoning.
Yeah. Oh God. I have like nightmares of playing Georgia Tech.
Oh God.
Jay, where are you going on this one? Dalvin Cook or Saquon Barkley? Do I have to ask?
Well, no, you don't have to ask, but it's not because I'm a Giants fan. I would legit, if I was on the clock, long-term dynasty, I would rather have Saquon Barkley.
I'm not even a Giants fan.
He's just a little fan.
Just a little guy fan.
Dalvin Cook or Saquon Barkley? It comes down to me. It's not particularly close for me. I don't know why I did the pause for dramatic effect. If I'm on the clock, I'm 100% taking Saquon Barkley. Enough upsets in this bracket. We've got Jonathan Taylor versus Saquon Barkley in our championship matchup.
There's one upset. What are you talking about? Enough upsets? It hasn't even been plural yet.
Enough upset.
Enough upset.
Yeah, that's how I like my March Madness tournaments. I just want one good upset.
Enough upset.
Just give me a 12-5, and then I'm happy.
All the rest is chalk.
All the rest is chalk. John Luke, our final matchup, Jonathan Taylor, Saquon Barkley. Who's the best dynasty running back? Where are you going with this one?
I'm still going Saquon. I just like him better. I think he's a better running back.
I think it's funny, like with the seeding, I feel like a lot of the times we end up with nobody's number 1 as the winner, but like a bunch of people's number 2. We'll see how this one turns out, though. Tim, Jonathan Taylor, Saquon Barkley, who is the number 1 best dynasty running back?
I'm gonna go JT again. Great offensive line. I don't like the Giants. Easy enough.
I don't like the Giants either.
Okay, Jay, are you going Jonathan Taylor or your boy Saquon Barkley?
This is really, really tough.
Josh said Saquon. Rick Butt said Barkley. Well, then Josh changed his mind. He said JT for the championship, but it's so close for him.
It is really tough. We've seen Barkley do it, and we saw JT do it last year for, a few games here or there, but he hasn't done it over a full season, and Barkley has. I think that's what's going to be the difference for me. I would be more than happy to take either one of these guys, but we've seen Barkley do it for a longer stretch than we have JT, so I'm going to go with Barkley. Surprising nobody.
Saquon Barkley. Okay. This is close for me, but
you know what you have to do.
It's Jonathan Taylor for me. Jonathan Taylor is my probably number 2 overall dynasty running back. I think Christian McCaffrey is the only one in this bracket I would vote over Jonathan Taylor. So I'm going to put all of it on Jeff's shoulders. It worked out nicely. Jeff, you get to decide who the best dynasty running back is. Is it Jonathan Taylor or Saquon Barkley? And this is science.
Right thing, Jeff.
I just want to take a moment and recognize that these guys have something in common. And I don't know if you guys have caught it yet, but they're both Big Ten running backs. Big Ten running backs for the win. And whenever the Big Ten's playing, I'm taking Wisconsin over my pseudo-rival Penn State. So I'm going Jonathan Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor, you heard it from Jeff. Screw you, Penn State. Direct quote for whom Jay Bell tolls. Screw Penn State. He's a Wisconsin. It's directly indirect. Submit scores. Indirectly indirect. Z2 wants to know, Jay, would you rather the Giants draft offensive line or a playmaker at 11?
We definitely need the O-line, but if we're going all in with Daniel Jones, we got to draft a playmaker. We got it. This is the year for Gettleman, which it's good one way or the other. If we draft a playmaker, it works out. The offense looks good. Maybe we're halfway decent. If we're terrible, we finally get rid of Gettleman. So I definitely want them to draft a playmaker. That he's hitched his whole career with the Giants on Daniel Jones, so they need to go all in.
You think they can draft some balance for Daniel Jones? So that way he doesn't eat it again.
Rick is pissed about the results. He said SMH. We just made the whole Roto Heat crew mad. He said first fruit, now this. Geez.
I'm definitely glad I was not on here for the fruit yesterday.
Yeah, I wish I wasn't on
here. Horrible.
I wish I was not on here. Some of their takes were just atrocious.
Watermelon is
it was all pretty much on par with how I feel.
Watermelon is an F. Watermelon flavoring. Watermelon flavoring is a top tier.
Watermelon flavoring.
We've already discussed. We're not discussing flavoring because flavoring is different.
I'm right, 100%.
Grapes. Grapes are not S tier.
Strawberry flavoring is
they're not.
Strawberry
it's because all of that grape juice gets stuck up in that mustache. You don't get any of the deliciousness from it.
What was that word?
Deliciousness.
I get to save my watermelon and all my fruits for later, Jo.
That's true. Mine just seeps down into
by the time the grapes get to me, it's wine.
Your mustache does the stomping.
It's disgusting.
Been being raisins, so.
Okay, guys, we determined via science that Jonathan Taylor is the best dynasty running back. Jeff gave the final vote. The 4 seed came out victorious. Sorry, Christian McCaffrey. Sorry, Saquon Barkley. You can't argue with brackets. Creates an undisputable champion. Our next bracket, though, I don't want to call it the main event, but this is where we brought the experts on, the girl dads, to provide some additional insight. Jay Wall, I know you haven't shown up in the comments yet, but I hope you show up. You seem to have some strong opinions about this as well. But we are doing the best Disney princess movies. And I forgot to go full
Why
screen.
do we do movies and not princesses?
Oh, this is interesting. This is interesting bracketing here, Simon. Frozen. Wow.
I found a list. I just typed in Disney princess movies ranked, and I threw the list together like that. So that is where this list came from. The seeding, I would not have seeded all of these the same way, but we'll see what happens.
I love how when there's terrible seating that Simon likes to blame it on somebody else, but when
Always.
it's good seating, then it's like, oh yeah, I did this subjectively.
Objectively.
Dang it. All I want is a Mulan versus Mulan 2 finals, but that's not going to happen.
Not going to happen.
I don't know. Mulan 2 is a powerhouse. Tim, I believe you have the first vote. JL went first last time. Our very first matchup, we've got Beauty and the Beast versus The Little Mermaid 2.
Never seen Little Mermaid 2. I hope it's the same princess. Could be a different one.
It is. She's got a daughter because I've seen it like 16 times because my daughter loves that movie. So
a princess once removed? I don't know what that is. I'm going Beauty and the Beast. Give me Belle. Belle's hot.
Jay, give me Belle. Jay, first girl dad up the vote. Are you going Beauty and the Beast or The Little Mermaid 2?
I have watched The Little Mermaid 2 multiple times because my daughter watches every movie on Disney Plus about 1,000 times. So Little Mermaid 2 actually is not too bad, but it is nowhere near what Beauty and the Beast is.
2-0 Beauty and the Beast. Rick says, I normally side with science. Today, I rethink my entire life. And then Zichi says, hot take, Gardner Minshew does not think grapes are S tier. Because grapes aren't S tier. They're garbage. Anthony's got another girl dad in the chat. Or he is the girl dad.
That sounded weird.
Anthony's got
another one. I think twice.
Let him out.
And Z2 makes a good point. I'm not wearing my Ariel shirt today. I should have thrown
I'm glad because that shirt creeps me out, if I'm being honest.
Jeff, I don't know if you saw it. It's a full print Ariel shirt, but instead of Ariel's face, you saw Miley Cyrus with her tongue out.
Weird that you have that, first of all, but
as a grown ass man.
I wore it when I was feeling like I needed a lot of attention in college. Like if it was a night where I was like, I would really like a lot of people to
work for you?
give me. Oh, everyone says something when you're wearing that shirt. The only time I got more attention was when I wore a birthday sash. But that was more of a problem.
Thought you were about to say your birthday suit.
That got me a lot of attention too. Anthony Lynn says Little Mermaid 2 is awful.
Well, my daughter says you're wrong, Anthony. So
I actually like the Little Mermaid
You didn't
2.
vote for it, Jay.
I know, but she likes Beauty and the Beast better. I'm basically going with what my daughter would like. So
The Little Mermaid 2 is not awful. It's a good movie, but
Yeah.
Beauty and the Beast is an incredible movie. So we're
you
going.
can definitely tell it's a direct to VHS
Beauty and the
movie.
Beast,
It's
If New
Direct
Ariel
to
looks
VHS.
like the Miley Cyrus one, then maybe I'd swing my vote.
That's not till Little Mermaid 3. Whenever Miley Cyrus comes in, I believe.
Yeah,
Jeff, are
okay.
you going with Beauty and the Beast or The Little Mermaid 2?
Beauty and the Beast all the way.
Beauty and the Beast. 4-0, JL. Are you finishing the sweep or are you giving one to the sequel?
Beast. Give it to the beauty.
5-0. The 1 seed advances in a sweep. And next up, we've got Cinderella versus Frozen. And Jay, you've got the first vote on this one. And remember,
Yeah, it's
Anthony, we're going to piss off Anthony if we disrespect Frozen. I just want everyone to remember
well,
that.
my daughter wears a Frozen nightgown probably 6 out of the 7 nights, so it's definitely Frozen for me.
1-0 for Frozen. I've seen Frozen more times than a grown man without children should have seen Frozen. Tim can attest, living with me in college, there were 2 movies. The other one that's going to come up soon, I would play on repeat, especially when falling asleep. And Frozen was one of them. I got to vote for Frozen.
Where have you been, my
Jeff?
entire life?
I've just been hiding on Twitter, man.
Okay. It's Frozen. I mean, this is another 1 versus 16 seed. It feels like.
Oh, Cinderella is 16. That's a hot take. Actually, it's Cinderella.
A Cinderella story.
It's a literal Cinderella story. Nice.
Rough one. It's a rough rewatch to go back.
I'll
and
see myself out. Yeah, a lot of those older ones now just go back and we try to get my daughter to watch them, and she just has no interest.
Yeah.
It's not Frozen. Josh said got lost driving, listening to you nerds.
Turn
Well-
left, Josh. Just turn left.
Keep
At the
going.
end of the road, go straight. That's my least
There's
favorite
a lake.
GPS direction. It'll tell you to go straight in 2 miles. It'll be like in 2 miles, do exactly what you're already doing.
But
Like-
sometimes it's confusing. It's like it's actually like a slight right, but it's just like go straight, continue straight. What?
Yeah,
What,
let's
so I
think,
shouldn't
okay.
turn just a little bit, just continue to go straight.
JL, can I get
The
you as a
wall.
voice
Or
actor for my
exactly 2
GPS?
miles.
Oh, 100%, Tim. I will do that. Simon was telling the story about me sexting him as a robot voice.
did
I
hear
was
that
driving.
story.
I was driving in the mountains in Colorado, so I couldn't use I couldn't text on my phone because it was snowy too, and you shouldn't do it even if it's not snowy. But
Good
I
save.
told JL that my phone the car was reading the text aloud to me, and so he started sending me robot themed sexts so that the car would sound like it was talking to me dirty as a robot. And that was more dangerous than texting would have been because I was laughing so hard. That was a problem. JL, it is your vote. Are you going Frozen or Cinderella?
Come on, it's Frozen.
4-0 for Frozen. Tim, are you finishing the sweep or are you going? Did I annoy you with Frozen so much that you're going to vote Cinderella?
Can I
Exactly.
know you with my friendship?
Couldn't have said it better myself.
4-1. Tim throwing a spite vote towards me at Cinderella. But Frozen advances to face off against Beauty and the Beast in the second round. We have our next matchup. We've got Mulan versus Brave. And I'm going first on this one. This one's actually one of the tougher matchups for me. I think they're about equal in quality of movie. Just one of them is childhood nostalgia, and one of them is just the more modern Disney movie. So I don't know if the nostalgia is clouding my judgment. It's been a while since I've seen the original Mulan, and that live action remake was not good. But I think I got to give it to Brave. I just love that movie so much. It's so much fun to watch, and the
You
voices
just
are.
made Jeff really, really happy.
Say that Jeff in love with Brave.
Well, Jeff, now
This
we
is,
can,
it's March, and we talk about March Madness, and we always talk about the 5-12 upsets, and we got another one. We got the 12 seed. 12 seed's going to the Sweet 16 in this one. Here we go. Brave all the way.
Brave off to an early lead against the 5 seed Mulan. JL, where are you going with this one?
I remember I rewatched Mulan while I was at Clemson, and I remember sitting there thinking, just this movie is ridiculous. It's just absurd.
It's a Disney movie.
I know,
Right,
but it's just outrageous. But I like outrageous, so I'm going with Mulan here.
I don't know if you guys have seen the live action one, but it's even more outrageous. She kicks arrows out of the air with her foot and kills people with them.
It's like Mortal Kombat. It's just wild.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
So you say that, but you don't talk about the talking snowman from Frozen. That's not ridiculous. But kicking arrows out of the air, that's ridiculous.
Yeah,
List, bro.
absolutely. Dude,
I mean, we need to try Jay. I want to see Jay try to kick an arrow out of the air.
Have you,
That would be the last thing we see Jay do.
I think
That is
I've got a
true.
better shot at making
attempt to do,
snowman.
not do, attempt to do. We need to
Shoe would
specify.
fly off as he gets hit by an arrow right in the stomach.
Try to do.
Tim, are you going Mulan or Brave?
Yeah, it's Mulan, and it's not really that close to me.
Tim with the Brave hate. Jeff shaking his head up there. Jay, you've got the deciding vote. This is our first tie. Is there going to be an upset for Brave, or is Mulan advancing and breaking Jeff's heart?
Movie that I'm going to choose, I believe, has one of the most underrated soundtracks for a Disney movie, and that is easily Brave.
Mulan.
Brave has a fantastic soundtrack. Great movie. Definitely underrated.
I'm not that sad because Mulan's got a second round 2 coming up.
Second chance.
That's where my real pitch comes in.
Brave with the 5-12 upset, advancing past Mulan to the next round. And up next, we've got Frozen 2 versus Aladdin. I know Aladdin's not a princess, but Jasmine's a princess, and this is a Disney princess movie still. Who had the last vote there? Jay did. So
I did.
I mean, Jeff, you've got the first vote on this one. Are you going with this, the sequel to Frozen, Frozen 2, or Aladdin?
Yeah.
Wait, Frozen 2 is the sequel to Frozen? Are you sure about that?
Not positive.
That
I'll have to fact check it. Maybe Jeff can give some insight there.
It's Frozen 2. I'm going, this is going to get wild. I think it's better than the first one, and it's wild to me that it's a 13 seed. So Aladdin certainly has appealing aspects, but in this matchup, I'm going to take Frozen 2.
Hoo-wee! JL, where are you going? Frozen 2 or Aladdin?
Aladdin all day.
Tim?
It's Aladdin for sure. I had a little stuffed. I had Spike the monkey, or it doesn't matter.
Oh,
I'm
Boo
not-
the monkey. Get the
Boo.
name right.
I was thinking of.
And I had a Boo. And I would take,
Frozen 2 is a garbage movie. Hey, is that what
Well,
you want me to say?
that is not, because I love both of these movies. Thank you very much. And I still have the little Boo stuffed animal. When I would go to my friends' houses, I would put him in the book bag, and I would make sure his head would stick out of the book bag so he could breathe and he wouldn't suffocate inside my bag. But that being said, Aladdin was my favorite movie growing up. However, Frozen 2 is better than the original Frozen. The story's great. The soundtrack is fantastic. And it is my daughter's favorite movie of all time. So I'm going with Frozen 2.
Gosh, you gotta start.
The expert panel is just rocking this thing right now.
Yeah, the girl dads have the in-depth analysis.
Yeah.
This one is wildly close to me. Unlike
Make the right decision, Simon.
unlike Jeff and Jay, I do not think Frozen 2 is better than the original. I like the original Frozen better, but it's probably just because I've seen it 1,000 times. But that being said, Frozen 2 is a top tier movie. It's up there.
Get out of here. Tim. Let's just leave.
I have to go Frozen 2. Frozen 2 taking down Aladdin.
And it
to
hurts
face
because I
off
love
against
Aladdin.
Brave.
That's one of my favorite, along with the
You
Jungle
just,
Book.
I mean,
Aladdin's excellent, but it's just a tough matchup. It's all about matchups in March Madness.
I'm sorry, I wanted
Run the press and
gosh,
versus a bigger senior team, and sometimes that team can just run them out of the gym.
I had to put this comment up. Z2 said, imagine JL's head on Olaf's body. It's a perfect match.
Somebody please Photoshop that, please.
JL,
a
I was
t-shirt
gonna
idea.
say, can we put JL on Olaf, then put it on a t-shirt?
Joe.
Jolaf.
Joe Love.
I don't know why that's so
I
funny.
don't
to
like
me.
that.
Excuse me, JL, you've got the first vote on this one. We've got two classics here. None of the new movies in here. We've got Snow White versus Pocahontas. Which one of these is the better Disney princess movie?
I'm gonna go with the one that's more historically accurate with Snow White here.
I thought you were about to say Snow White. You did say Snow White. Yeah, that one's very historically accurate. Tim?
Fun fact, I definitely haven't seen Snow White, and I don't remember anything about Pocahontas. So we're going to give the 14 seed a nod.
Pocahontas with one vote. Let's see. Anthony said, okay, both Frozen advance. I will not unsubscribe no matter the outcomes. Thank you, Jens. And Rick says, this is Aladdin without question. Hashtag unsubscribe. So we kept Anthony, but we lost Rick. we're splitting the Roto team heat. Roto team heat. We're splitting the Roto team heat over there with the Frozen decision. Jay, is this Snow White or Pocahontas for you?
I want to see the upset here. I'm going to go with Pocahontas.
I think the dwarves are hilarious. They're so funny. Dopey's hilarious. I have to go with Snow White, but it is close.
The villain in Snow White scared the poopy out of me as a little kid.
Oh, dude, the one that got me was 101. Cruella de Vil I had nightmares about as a child. Like, just absolutely haunted me.
But then they went ahead and casted Emma
E.T.
Stone.
my movie as a kid. E.T. just scared me.
That's true.
He wants to phone my home.
Horrifying.
He wants to phone my
I've never
home.
watched it. Just couldn't do it. Snow White beats Pocahontas.
Snow White, Jeff coming in, sneaking that in. He says E.T. scared me, but Snow White wins. Snow White advances over Pocahontas 3-2.
Are they even allowed to show Pocahontas anymore?
Still on
I don't
Disney
know.
Plus, but man, it's rough.
Yeah. The next matchup we've got is the 11 versus 6 seed, the Princess and the Frog versus the
tough
original
calls, man.
Little Mermaid. Jeff had the last vote on that one, which meant JL went first. So Tim, you have the first vote on this one. Who's this going to be, the Princess and the Frog or the Little Mermaid?
So I've never actually seen The Princess and the Frog, but I love New Orleans, and that's gonna be enough for me to give it to Princess and the Frog.
It's good.
I'd rather eat the crab or whatever his name is than watch him. Right? Yeah.
Sebastian.
Jay, are you going with the Princess and the Frog or the Little Mermaid?
This is tough because these are both really good movies. I will have to go with The Little Mermaid because Under the Sea was one of my favorite songs when I was
Under the sea.
Oh, that was so good, Jay.
okay.
I'll keep going.
That was beautiful.
Under the sea.
Oh,
Sound like a mix
What's
of
the next
Shaggy
line?
and Jesus.
Under the sea.
These will be hotter under the water. Under the
Oh, Jeff with the nail it.
Take it from me.
I could have sworn what JL said was the real lyrics, Jeff. Are you sure? I'm just
I don't think so.
What's up, Jay? Well, he said, got a busy day, but I had to pop in and show FYF some love. Can't wait to watch this tonight. Jay Wall, you'll have to let us know what you think. You recommended this bracket, so you'll have to let us know if our takes are up to your standards. It is my vote, The Princess and the Frog versus Little Mermaid. Little Mermaid's a great movie, but The Princess and the Frog is one of those Disney movies that's like, there's just like something a little creepy about it. And there's really like, I love like creepy in Disney movies. Like I just love that combo, which is, I should have mentioned on the last one, the Snow White ride that they closed at Disney World was my favorite ride there, period. Yeah. It was terrifying and it was based on a children's movie, but I'm going to go with The Princess and the Frog. Jeff, what about you? Princess and the Frog or The Little Mermaid?
Little Mermaid.
Little Mermaid.
It's just a classic. It's a better movie.
It's one of the classics that still holds up. It
does.
Rick says, I feel like I successfully bullied Taylor away so he didn't bully Jeff. Okay, now. JL, you've got the deciding vote yet again. I don't know how this keeps happening to you. Is it The Princess and the Frog or is it The Little Mermaid?
It's Princess and the Frog.
Woo! Tiana moves on. Sorry, Ariel. The Princess and the Frog with the upset over The Little Mermaid. Up next, we've got Moana, the 7 seed, versus Sleeping Beauty, the 10 seed. Jay, you've got the first vote.
This is not even close. Moana is one of the best Disney movies there are, one of the best soundtracks. It was my daughter's first movie that she like fell in love with, and we watched 16,000 times. So I'm going Moana.
It doesn't even get old. It holds up.
No, it's one of I could watch it every time. Yep. Especially Shiny. That's my favorite song on the movie.
If this isn't a sweep, if this isn't a sweep, I'm going to be really upset.
This is the only one I'm probably going to get heated about.
It's Moana.
It's Moana as well. We don't even need much. JL.
Moana, come on.
Tim?
So you'd expect me to pick Sleeping Beauty out of spite, but I'm picking Moana because if you watch a behind-the-scenes thing of Alan Tudyk doing the rooster, he absolutely kills his voice acting role. Like he goes into it. Like they filmed him doing his voice acting for the rooster, and he's like doing the like he's doing the whole thing. It's fantastic.
His name is
Moana.
Just sucking for a good chicken impression.
That chicken.
Oh yeah.
Chicken impression.
You sure you didn't play Hey Hey? You're just telling everybody.
I realized I made a mistake when I said that the Snow White villain was terrifying me as a kid. It was the Sleeping Beauty villain, which was Maleficent, if I'm not mistaken.
Mhm.
Yep.
In like the old original movie,
Yeah.
she absolutely terrified me. It wasn't Snow White villain. I don't even know who that is.
That's a Wicked Witch.
Moana with another sweep. Besides Beauty and the Beast, the only other sweep of this bracket, advancing past Sleeping Beauty. Z2 wants to know, has a Marvel movies bracket been done? It has been done. Who was the winner? Was it Endgame?
Endgame.
Endgame ended up winning. Yeah, that
As
makes
it should.
sense.
I think I was on for that too.
Debatable. I don't think Endgame should have won. I think
It is
Thor-
in science, like you like to say.
Thor Ragnarok should have won.
Like you like to say.
But it is science. I don't know why I'm trying to fight against science. I guess undisputably Endgame's the right movie. Then Anthony says The Little Mermaid lost likely because it didn't have legs throughout most of the film.
Although I will say, one thing about The Little Mermaid, they say she's 15 years old in that movie. So she goes and marries this adult prince at 15 years old.
You put this up,
A little-
you know.
A little messed up.
But you're totally
You're gonna
cool
be-
with Pocahontas.
Jay's well aware.
I was going to say, you're going to be real surprised when you watch Beauty and the Beast again.
Rick says Sleeping Beauty will put you to sleep.
Sleeping
Fitting
Booty.
title. Sleeping Beauty will put you to sleep.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah. Different. Wrong bracket.
That's, yeah.
I've got the first vote. Jeff's like, what did I sign up for? This matchup, I've got the first vote. It is Mulan 2, Tim's favorite movie, versus Tangled. I mentioned earlier there was only one movie here I've watched more than Frozen, and that's Tangled. Tangled is the clear winner here. It's the best soundtrack out of any Disney movie. I've Got a Dream is my favorite Disney song of all time. This movie's just incredible from beginning to end. Jeff?
You're kind of scaring me how in-depth you are with some of these movies. With no children, I got to say.
Simon is, if I could make top follows, Simon would be number one. I'm going to do a follow Friday for Simon after we get done with this. I'm going to take Tangled. I think it's a little bit misseeded, but I think it wins this matchup.
Tangled taking the second vote. John Luke, are you following me and Jeff? Or are you voting for Mulan 2, the sequel? Morlan.
I don't know why that's so funny, but it is.
Swamp said, at work and I cry. Why is Mulan 2 here? Bye.
Bye. Peace out. With the kiwi.
I love it, Swamp.
Morlan.
Morlan jail.
That's definitely not a joke that JL would like, but I think it's hilarious.
No.
I didn't really watch either of these movies, so I guess I'll go. I'll go Tangled. That's fine.
Tangled with 3 votes. It will advance. Tim, are you going for your favorite movie, Mulan 2, or are you going for Tangled?
I don't dislike Tangled, but the thing that
Doesn't
always
matter. It's gonna
confuses
lose
me.
to Moana.
I
whichever
know.
one we pick.
Yeah, probably. But I'm going to go Mulan 2 just because Rapunzel should have drowned. I wish she drowned. I wish Rapunzel drowned.
Tim, you were the one.
This got really dark.
You were the one who said it's a Disney
man.
movie whenever people were fighting. You have to suspend disbelief. Yes, her hair should have been so heavy that she drowned when she was underwater. But it's a Disney movie. Snowmen can talk, princesses can kick arrows out of the air, and Rapunzel's hair doesn't weigh her down underwater. So did you say Mulan 2?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Jay, are you throwing one to Mulan 2, or are you going to pile on with Tangled?
I'm going to pile on with Tangled. You said it does have one of the best soundtracks of any Disney movie.
You say
No, I
that for
said
every Disney movie.
I said the best. I don't want to get that
I
confused.
said one of the best.
Right,
You
but
know
said
what? I like the
said.
Disney soundtracks. Is there something wrong with that, JL?
No, it's just you like every single one of them.
No, Frozen 2 is the best.
Josh said Morlan actually made me LOL. So dumb. That's my brain.
That's why we get along, Simon.
Jeff, I believe you've got the first vote on this one. We've got Beauty and the Beast versus Frozen, the 1 versus the 8 seed.
Whew, this is a tough one.
They both got magical elements, but in this one, you got to take Frozen. I mean, Idina Menzel belting it out easily.
What did like John
Travolta.
Adine,
gosh.
I forget. Do you guys remember how he was introducing her?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Someone look it up. John Luke, are you
I'm
going
looking it
Frozen or Beauty and the Beast?
I'm going Beauty and the Beast. I want an
Okay.
upset.
It's the 1 seed.
The 1 seed. The 1 seed.
Not really, though. Come on.
He called her Adele Dazeem.
Adele Dazeem. Yeah, she's one of my favorite singers, Adele Dazeem. Tim, are you going with Adele Dazeem and Frozen or Beauty and the Beast?
I'm gonna go Beauty and the Beast because the live action remake was actually pretty fun.
Who with Emma? What's her name?
Watson.
Emma Watson, her name. Jay, are you going with Beauty and the Beast or Frozen?
This is tough because they're both classics. I will say I have to go with Beauty and the Beast because my desk job after college was right when Frozen came out, and I heard Let It Go every day, 15 times a day, and it drove me absolutely insane, and that was before I had kids. So I'm going with Beauty and the Beast because that song makes my skin crawl every time I hear it.
This is truly preposterous. I worked at a summer camp with 4 to 11-year-olds. The entire summer Frozen came out. I sang that song probably 30 times a day with them, and it's still a banger. That song's incredible. Frozen is incredible. You guys are truly disrespecting one of the best Disney movies. Beauty and the Beast advances. Jeez, that is just that's insane. I
live.
Jeff, Jeff, I have a feeling this matchup's going to be tough for you. We've got Brave versus Frozen 2. JL, you've got the first vote on this one. So if it comes down to a tie, Jeff is the tiebreaker.
Ah, damn it. We already know what's going to happen then.
Yes.
Frozen 2.
Frozen 2. Tim?
Brave. Come on. Get the Frozen sweep in this round.
Jay, which one are you going with?
Frozen 2. It is despite what JL says, it is my favorite. No, listen, would you let me talk, please, before you rudely interrupt me? Yes, I like a lot of the soundtracks, but Frozen 2 is my favorite soundtrack of any Disney movie.
Not better than Moana.
That is close.
That's also.
But I still go Frozen 2.
Z2 says Simon doesn't believe in science anymore after that vote. Yeah, it's close. That Beauty and the Beast over Frozen is close to removing my belief in science. This one is close for me, but it's Brave. I prefer Brave over Frozen 2. I like Frozen better than Frozen 2. So, Jeff, we set you up with the tie. I had a feeling this was going to happen. Is it Brave or Frozen 2? Which seed is advancing to the next round?
Giving him too much power.
I think we just went into the Game of Thrones version of these movies because I'm going to sneak up and do the slit the throat from behind and take out Brave, and then we go with Frozen 2.
Whoa!
That was a surprise vote. Whoa. Frozen 2 knocking out Brave, advancing to the next. We could have had a Frozen versus Frozen 2 semifinal matchup right there.
Frozen 2 is better anyways.
We don't need it, so it's fine.
I wouldn't have voted.
Tim would have withheld his vote. Frozen 2 advances past Brave into the semifinals against Beauty and the Beast. Up next.
Gosh, this is like Beauty and the Beast like winning a fight and then looking over their shoulder, like over the hill. It's like, oh, I have to do this again.
The Disney version of the Red Wedding.
Okay, we've got Snow White versus the Princess and the Frog. Tim, you've got the first vote in this one.
I haven't seen either of them, Princess and the Frog. New Orleans. I don't know.
New Orleans.
Nolans. It's Princess and the Frog. And it's
in honor of Swamp Nola, Jay's voting Tim's voting for the Princess and the Frog. Jay, where are you going? Snow White or the
Princess and the Frog? It's not even close.
Yep. I loved the ride for Snow White at Disney World, but Princess and the Frog is an incredible movie. 3-0.
They're redoing the jungle cruise as the Princess and the Frog now.
No, I did not.
Redoing that entire ride and making it Princess and the Frog.
But this matchup, after these last couple matchups, it is wild to me. It's crazy. This with bracket seating, it just blows my mind.
Pretty poorly done, Simon.
Don't blame me. Blame I think it was Stacker.com that you can blame for
science.
This.
What have you done?
The bracket seating made some weird matchups.
Stacker.com sounds the type of thing I'm not going to put in my work browser.
Sleeping Booty, Stacker.com.
Yeah, all the names were slightly different on Stacker.com for some reason. The video and the movie covers were not what I remember them being. Okay, the last vote. Who hasn't voted yet? I forget.
Sorry, Mom.
Morlon has a whole new meaning.
JL, I think.
JL, you've got the last vote. Snow White, or are you giving the sweep to Princess and the Frog?
Frog.
I don't know why that was funny to me. You just said frog. Move on. 5-0. Princess and the Frog advances.
Why say more word and few word do trick?
We've got Moana versus Tangled. Jay, you've got the first vote. Where are you going with this one? Please don't hurt my feelings.
This is tough, but I'm gonna have to hurt your feelings. It's Moana.
Like I said, Tangled is not just my favorite Disney movie. It's one of my favorite movies, period.
And that's creepy.
I have a dream that Tangled will move on to the next round.
Don't you
Jeff?
dare.
I see what you did there.
I'm here to crush dreams. I'm in with Moana.
I can't even be mad because Moana's great, but it's just not Tangled. JL?
All the ones that are left are good.
Moana.
Oh, I wanted to do it.
I can't trust you, Tim. I'm sorry.
I was gonna do Moana, but yeah.
You say that
That's
now until you just had some
disrespectful.
random thought, be like, "Oh, Tangled."
The only time I watched Tangled was when I was getting blood taken, and I had on the little weird movie thingy, and I was kind of fading in and out, so I don't remember it at all. And Moana's fun, so.
Z2 says Simon watching these movies late at night in college.
You know what? I'll take my head on Olaf's body take. Simon can have the creepy college Disney princess fetish guy take.
Dude, there was
Well,
nothing fetishy
I
about
would
it.
much rather be Olaf in that situation.
Yeah, me too.
Wait,
Me
time out.
too.
You would rather be
watching Disney movies.
Yeah, I watch them all on-
Nothing else.
watch them all.
Wears t-shirts with all the Disney princesses on them.
One, I have one
Tangled's
Disney
my favorite,
princess
and I'm not just
It
saying like
sleeps
my
in a
favorite,
over.
not just my favorite Disney movie, but my favorite movie of all time.
No, I said one of. Don't start this again. One of. My favorite movie I posted on Twitter today. Tim texted me this morning. They just put it back on Netflix. It's The History of Future Folk. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's so much fun. But
Haven't even heard of it.
Tangled's up
I
there.
mean, did you sleep in an oversized Tangled T-shirt in college? Just nothing
No, he
else.
slept in his Ariel
Socks.
shirt, nothing else.
No
Socks
bottoms.
and an oversized.
No bottom. Porky Pig in it.
You guys have it all wrong. I wore Mulan socks only whenever I was sleeping. That was it. That's sorry, excuse me. These onion rings are.
You're like Rick Sanchez over there, just burping into the camera.
I know. Right?
I know. I'm wasted on onion rings. Tangled gets disrespected. Moana moves on to the next round. We have our semifinal matchups. It is Beauty and the Beast versus Frozen 2. Then The Princess and the Frog versus Moana.
Some heavy hitters. This is a stacked Final Four.
I believe I have the first vote because, or wait, no, who has the first? Tim just voted last, which means Jay went first. So I have the first vote. I got to go Frozen 2. I know Frozen's eliminated. Out of spite, I want to vote for Beauty and the Beast just because I'm mad about Frozen and Tangled being eliminated. But it's Frozen 2. John Luke.
You skipped me.
Oh, did I skip you? I'm just mad at you for voting for Moana. Then I should have skipped JL too. Jeff, Beauty and the Beast or Frozen 2?
And Jay.
It's Frozen 2. I mean, Frozen 1 was better than Beauty and the Beast. Frozen 2 certainly is too.
Off to an early lead, 2-0. The 13 seed leading Beauty and the Beast. John Luke.
I just want to pave the way for Moana here, so I'm going to go ahead and say Beauty and the Beast. I'm going to try and give the easiest matchup.
Z2 says Simon Shag Club first members were Disney princesses. I did not found the Shag Club. I was just in a class. Tim, are you going with Beauty and the Beast or Frozen 2?
So in Beauty and the Beast, the dishes had faces, right?
And a candelabra. And a candelabra.
And the clock.
Did the glasses drown when you put fluids in them, or
The face was on the outside.
Oh, okay. So would they
So they
fart?
converted.
That's how they got soda. Oh wow, we figured it out. Beauty and the Beast.
You say Beauty and the Beast, all of that to just say Beauty and the Beast. Okay.
Yep.
2-2. Jay, you are the deciding vote. Is it Frozen 2 or Beauty and the Beast?
This is tough because Beauty and the Beast is my wife's favorite movie. Frozen 2 is my daughter's favorite movie.
Who do you love more?
I love them.
Happy life. You know what
I
they
love
say.
them both equally, so I'm going to go with my favorite between the two, which is Frozen 2.
Frozen 2 advancing. Don't tell Jay's wife. He hates her. So he
Happy
voted
wife.
against her favorite movie.
This is the only show that she would actually have any interest in watching, so she might actually watch this.
I'm so sorry. Actually, I'm not that sorry. Next up, we've got The Princess and the Frog versus Moana. The winner goes on to play Frozen 2 in the finals. Jeff, you've got the first vote in this one. Who is it? Is it The Princess and the Frog or is it Moana?
You guys remember when Loyola Chicago made it to like the Final Four and everybody was all excited about it? Then they just got drilled. I think that just happened again. It's Moana.
Moana with 1 vote.
I think that happened with George Mason too at one point.
What was the What was the
nun's
name?
nun.
That was like
It was,
famous?
Sister. Gosh.
Jean. Sister Jean, right?
Sister Jean. Yeah.
Sister Jean. Sorry, Sister Jean is the Princess and the Frog.
Sister Jean just lost again. I'm sorry, Sister Jean.
JL, are you going with Sister Jean or Moana? Moana 2-0. Tim?
I'm giving
New
it
Orleans.
to Moana.
Oh.
No, I'm giving it to Moana just because I don't want Frozen 2 to win.
Moana 3-0. It's guaranteed a spot in the finals, but what's the final vote going to be, Jay?
Moana.
Moana 4-0, and I think the answer is Moana as well, but out of respect for Tiana and Sister Jean, I'm giving a vote to the Princess and the Frog. They don't deserve to get swept. 4-1, but we have our finals now. It is Frozen 2 versus Moana. Anthony's happy about Frozen 2 getting there. Josh says, great reference, Jeff, representing Jeff's well. For Jeff's everywhere, Jeff's got the hot Disney princess takes. Sorry, you can't say hot Disney princess takes.
Phrasing.
Crazy.
Especially you cannot say it.
Yeah, I can't say that.
I definitely want to know what site you got all these off of because you're starting to scare me a little bit.
What's
Disney
up, Nick?
princess Movies.
Don't let Simon near your children.
Dude, let's just take a minute and back up. I like to fall asleep watching something happy and that I know all the words to. Like a Disney princess movie, I don't have to worry about like something
And that
god-awful
is
happening.
exclusively Disney princess movies.
No, Frozen and Tangled, I knew all the words to because I worked at a freaking summer camp where the kids sang the songs. We had to watch
should
them all
not
the
have
time.
You're
Much
getting
less
way
summer
too
camp.
defensive over here. So
Yeah.
I gotta say,
They're incredible movies. You guys are just hating on them.
no, I love the
Are you-
movies, but I didn't watch them when I was in college as I fall asleep. But
You're missing out, man. You are missing out.
Are you allowed to be employed at the summer camp again, or
We
Yes.
used to watch Smart Guys. We fell asleep in college. That was our go-to
I
show.
watched Sports Center.
To fall asleep.
Yeah, but that was when Sports Center was actually fun to watch.
The third
You
run
gotta watch
around of the
something.
top.
Simon is right here. You got to watch something light and airy. We watch Friends now. And, you know, it's-
Friends?
it's-
Friends
is a good one.
is
Friends
terrible.
is a good. Maria's been watching Friends.
Friends
Again.
is overrated.
Sean says, what's up, everyone? I hope you're all having a great Friday, and I hope you
What
have
up,
a great
Sean?
weekend. And Z2 says, Simon's side job is selling Disney bootlegs out of the trunk of his car. Yeah, you got that right. One time, Tim and I fell asleep on each other, like snuggling, watching Euro Trip beer pong.
It was road
and
trip beer pong.
Oh, it was road trip beer pong, and our friends came
This
in
is-
to the room while we were asleep on the
I'm
futon.
glad that was not watching a Disney princess movie.
Yeah, that would be a little weirder. Who's got the first vote on this one? I forgot who cast the last vote on that one.
I did.
You did? Okay, so that means. Oh,
Josh.
Josh? Jeff?
Josh.
Jeff,
Oh,
you've
he has
got the
all
first
sorts
vote on
of
this
music
one.
now.
Frozen
I don't
2 or Moana?
Moana.
Moana. JL?
Hold on. Anthony said sitcom bracket incoming. We actually already have one. I think that was the first one we did, right?
Yeah, and it pissed
And it
everyone
was
off.
terrible.
Yeah, that's just
Yeah.
horrible.
Go
Who
back and
won?
watch it.
Did New Girl win?
New Girl
Do it
won.
again.
Yeah.
The New Girl won the whole thing. And
No, it didn't.
Sean said
wrong.
Friends equals worst show ever. Sorry. I had
Thank
to
you,
get that in.
Sean.
Tim's
Well, he's
right.
obviously never seen Big
New
Bang
Girl
Theory
didn't win it.
because that
Parks
is
and Rec.
easily the worst show.
Parks and
ever.
Rec won it.
I will
Parks
give you
and Rec
that. Big
won.
Bang Theory is one of the most overrated. Is the most overrated show ever. It's terrible. It's not even funny.
I mean, but Young
Parks and
Sheldon.
Rec's
Come on, am I right or am I
Young
right?
Sheldon. Young Sheldon.
Parks and Rec did win. New Girl.
Uh,
I
Say
can
that again,
live with
Jeff.
Parks and Rec.
Was Community in the bracket? I think
was.
That would be okay.
It should have
So
made it
make sure.
further than it did. It got disrespected. But
But
Parks and
New
Rec
Girl
beat
beat
New
The
Girl.
Office, right?
Yeah, New
Yeah.
Girl beat The Office in the semifinals, and then Parks and Rec took down New Girl in the
Parks and
championship.
Rec is one of my favorites, so I can live with
I
that.
think that's how I realized I made a mistake is because I probably would have picked Office over Parks and Rec,
But then you picked Parks and Rec over New
but
Girl.
I picked Parks and Rec over New Girl. Yeah, that's how I knew I had made a mistake.
JL, are you going Moana or Frozen
I'm
2?
going Moana. Give me Moana.
Tim?
I cannot risk it, so I again have to give it to Moana. I'm not letting
Moana.
Frozen 2 come out of nowhere. Now throw a
Already
pity
get your-
vote and then have it bite me.
Jay,
Last time.
are you going Frozen 2 or Moana? It doesn't matter, but what's your
I
heart
probably would have went Moana.
Yes.
Okay.
And
It's all right.
I got to go Moana. We've got a 5-0 sweep in the finale. Moana never got fewer than 4 votes, took out Frozen 2 5-0, and by science, the best Disney princess movie is Moana.
Out of the two, I would just much rather watch Moana because it's nice and warm. You know, like I'd much rather be wherever Moana is than the frozen tundra where.
I'll give you a guess.
Oh, for what? Just anything?
Where Moana is.
Hawaii.
Hey.
Got it.
Josh says trading makes fantasy fun. Rick says new girl, but community is great too. And then Sean says, oh wait, JL, you're right. Big Bang Theory equals hands down worst show ever. Followed closely, very closely.
You're wrong.
My friend.
You're wrong in the second part of that. First part,
I like Sean. Sean has good takes.
Guys, Jeff, I know you got to hop soon. Before you jump off, I want to get your reaction. Is that who you would have picked as the winner to the Disney Princess bracket?
I think it's tough. Brackets are a funny thing. You might mix it up and you could have a different winner every time. I think Moana's a respectable winner, though.
Respectable winner, you'll take it. Who do you think should have won?
I'd say Moana. I think it's tough between that and Frozen, the Frozen franchise that's been built up. But I would have to say on a single one-off movie, it's Moana.
Gotcha. I'm fine with Moana winning. I'm just upset about
Mama.
I'm fine with Moana winning. Guys,
you gotta watch those
don't,
sites you're going to.
if you don't already follow Jeff on Twitter, please do. He is at For Whom J Bell Tolls. You can see his Twitter handle right there. I'm gonna make him bigger so that you can see it right up there. Say hey to Jeff. Make sure you go follow him. He's putting out.
Jeff.
Why is JL so big now?
Hello.
Oh, and he's gone.
You can't
There
do
he
anything.
is. He's back. I don't know what happened there. But go follow him. He's putting out awesome content on multiple different sites. He's definitely worth a follow. One of my favorite people on Twitter. Super kind as well. Not everyone I like is kind, but Jeff is. Thank you so much for joining us, Jeff.
Hey, thank you so much for having me, and I'm really thankful that I could be here and appreciate it.
Of course, man. Guys, anything else you want to say before we jump off? See you, Jeff.
Since Jeff isn't here, I'll say, even though he said it in the chat, trading makes fantasy fun.
Trading does make fantasy fun. Tim, you got any final words?
It's a lovely day for a Guinness. St. Patrick's Day is coming up. Have fun.
Is that a seagull?
Yeah,
It's
that's
a bagel.
seagull.
It's a bagel.
JL,
Hi, Simon.
just give me something. something for the weekend. People aren't going to hear you for 3 days. You need to tell them something.
You're welcome.
There you go.
That's
You're
all I got.
welcome. Ricky says, I didn't know Jeff was a Cubs fan. Neither did I. We're talking about Jeff, not Jeff.
I don't
Jeff
know.
Josh, not Josh Jeff.
Not
Yeah,
just
Jeff Josh, not Josh Jeff. And now he wants to give him 2 follows. Yeah, he's worth 2 follows. Jeff's a good guy. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Moana is the undisputed, determined by science, best Disney princess movie. And Jonathan Taylor is the undisputed by science #1 dynasty running back.
Probably the best 2 results, I say, in any brackets. I can live with both of these. I think it was good choices.
Neither one of them was my first choice in either, but I'm not mad about either one of them. Both of them work. Guys, we will be back on Monday at 3 p.m. Eastern with Mock Draft Monday. Make sure you're tuning in for that. If you want to get into the draft early, join our Discord. We'll post the draft link in there before we do in the live stream chat. Sometimes it fills up beforehand, so that's the best way to guarantee you get a spot to mock with us. Besides that, everyone, have a great weekend and follow us on YouTube, Front Yard Fantasy. It's super helpful to us.
And Twitch.
And Twitch, if you want to.
And
There you
Twitch.
And Twitch.
We'll see you guys Monday. Adios.
Bye.
Jazz hands, jazz hands, jazz hands.
Jazz hands.
Oh, shoot. I forgot not to just end broadcast. I have to hit the song. More jazz hands, guys. Come on.
Jazz hands.
Come on. I can only do jazz hands for so long.